Banished Knight Oleg. I found that this particular NPC, not the ashes that you summon, but the actual player in the game was, I don't know, maybe one of the hardest to fight in the whole game. I've since beaten Elden Ring, and a lot of the, there were several, I don't know, bosses that were like much larger and much more difficult, but only several. Like this guy, he was crazy, and I think I died more to him than anybody else in the entire game. That includes bosses. And so here I am making my way from the I forgot what the Soul Castle bonfire. Maybe that's what it's called. But I haven't made one of these videos in a long time, so I'm going to be kind of rusty. But I sort of landed upon and remember recording this. I recorded this probably 2 months ago, and I finally kind of came back to it. Finally figured out how to use Share Factory on the PS5. I used it on the PS4 previously, but as you can see here, there's Oleg the Banished Knight, and I try to cheese him at first and try to reduce his health with my I forget what bow this was. This is one of those. It's like the black something bow. Yeah, I haven't used it in a while, so yeah, I had already died to him. You can see my what do you call that? My, not souls, but whatever they're called, kind of laying on the ground there. I died several times. Obviously he's such a difficult boss, or a difficult, I don't know, NPC in the gameplay, that I didn't even feel like comfortable picking them up. And here I am, like, thinking I'm gonna die again, but I figure out sort of how to beat him, since he's just so difficult to fight, mano a mano. So I use this ladder that's near him, and I wait for him to kind of, he chases you. Sometimes he what's the word I'm looking for? He teleports and meets you, but other times he climbs a ladder and then and makes his way down, kind of, in a normal way, not teleporting. So there he was, teleporting, and I'm using this ladder here. I could not defeat him without using this method. He's just way too hard to fight on your own 2 feet. I would chop him a little bit as he's coming up. That was obviously not, a great amount of damage I did there. I run away from him. Kind of run back. He'll probably teleport again. And there I am. There's the PS5 glitch that sometimes when you're running and hitting the hitting the run button, or I forget which button, but it often will activate your emoticon or whatever they're called, instead of actually doing what you want it to do. But here I am, back on the top of the bridge. Give him a couple good swipes. You don't take any damage dropping. Kind of just getting out of his way. He was impossible. I think I had died to him maybe 10 straight times before I just said, screw it. I need to use the environment somehow. And this is I happened upon this. This is the first time I actually, he teleported up there. That's when he's scary. When he teleports, he can teleport all the way to the top there. And that's a good, luckily that happened in this video. But there I am, defeating him. And I hope I've made some sense. I kind of started this recording quickly, and anyway, yeah, Banished Knight Oleg, that's a way to cheese him.